Alright, today I'm working on this roof here. I did my garage roof a few years back, and I thought this part over here was fine. Turns out it's leaking, and I wonder why it's leaking. Check it out. Alright, so it's not exactly flat there. A big hole there, so all that water is probably going to be sitting in that one spot right here. And shingles are only a water diverter. You can't have it submerged in water, so if there's a puddle on your roof from a low spot, it's going to end up leaking because the water's going to sit there. So that plywood's probably no good underneath, so I got to rip all the shingles out and replace them. Alright, so the shed off the garage here, and you look up, you can see they put a 1/4-inch piece of OSB up here, and it's stained up. It's been like that for a few years, and down at the bottom it's kind of dark too. So yeah, this has needed to be done for quite some time. It's just getting worse and worse. Alright, so whoever did this roof didn't even put an underlayment under there. It's just OSB. So that would explain why it's leaking. So even if this was a low spot, if there was an underlayment under there, it would hit the underlayment and keep it from rushing down underneath. But I mean, it might still leak a little bit, but this is just ridiculous. Yeah, there's nothing there. Yep, so that explains it. Alright, so as you can see, it's not a super flat roof, but it's not sloped very much either. So, but to not have the tar paper on there, you can see what happens. I mean, look at that. It's just kind of a soft spot here, in this area here. Another soft spot working through this cheapy OSB. You know, OSB, if it gets wet, it just shreds into little fibers. Eventually makes a hole, just like over here. So I'm gonna have to replace this OSB. I'll use plywood. I like plywood a little better. Plywood won't degrade as much as the OSB, but people love it because it's cheap. Wow, look at that one. Wow, huge hole right there. And they use super long nails. I don't know why. These are like 2-inch nails. And it's just a very thin OSB. I bet you this is 7/16 OSB up here, which is not even 1/2 inch, but everyone uses it because, I don't know, I guess everybody's cheap. They don't want to pay a couple bucks more for the better plywood. Yeah, it's a big old hole. Okay, another thing I noticed is all these shingles, there are only 3 nails in them. And I think they figured, well, it's not that sloped of a roof, so let's just put 3 nails in it. It'll be less penetrations, but it didn't care. Because you can see where the hole was there and the hole there from the nail, and it's just a smushy, look at that. Put my hand right through that one. So yeah, without the underlayment, you're just, that's so dumb. How could you put a roof up and not put an underlayment? At least put a cheap tar one. Those are fairly, you know, 30 bucks a roll, and those seem to last pretty good. I've ripped up a lot of roofs, and the asphalt shingle's always still good. I know they say that synthetic's better, but I don't know if that's true, because I've seen a lot of tar paper, and when I rip them off, it's still intact. Unless water gets to it, or UV. What happens with tar paper is when you get like a shingle that comes up and it comes off, and then water gets into that tar paper and the sun, that's when it breaks down. And these shingles, I'd say they had another 5 to 7 years life still in them because they didn't use an underlayment. I mean, you just destroy your OSB. Yeah, you want your roof to last, use an underlayment. This is just, everyone should know that. I mean, I shouldn't even have to say it, but that's just, obviously somebody didn't know. I'm sure this roof was made back in the dark ages when not many people had a smartphone, maybe, and they couldn't look it up. Who knows? All right, so all 3 sheets of this OSB is no good. because every single one's got a hole. That one's got a hole. This one, hole. Put my foot through it, and that one. I can't believe how bad that is. That's crazy. If you stepped on that, you would go right through it. So it looks like I got to do 3 pieces of ply. I like to do 3/4, but I'll just do 1/2 inch because the way they shoved it in there, I might not have room to get a 3/4 up under there. All right, take the drip edge off, and now I can get to those nails holding this OSB in. All right, thank goodness these 2x4s are intact. Didn't rot out the 2x4s or anything like that. You can see inside there. All right, so some of these studs didn't have no nails in them, like this one right here. I had to put a nail here and a nail on the other side there because there was nothing holding on to that. Same with some of these other ones. And some in the back were not held on, they were just sitting on top of the 2x4. So I had to put some nails in there in the back too. Can't believe that. Kind of shady work like that. All right, I got one new sheet up, and it's actually like 22 on center. I don't think it's 16 on center, it's a little wider. But I'm using 1/2 inch ply. So gotta do a couple more and we get the roofing. Yeah, this, even though it's a little bit wider than 16 on center, it's still pretty strong. All right, added a couple 2x4s in the middle because it felt a little weak when I was walking on it on this one. Not too bad, but just go down a little bit, ever so slightly. That'll just help beef it up a little bit. Went and nailed all this 2x4s down a little bit more because it was still just kind of sitting on there with one screw. Okay, hours later, I got this plywood all laid out. Got it all nailed down. Got my drip edge back on. Got this flashing back under there. I'm gonna put my underlayment, tuck it under the shingle. Shingle will lift up a little bit, so I'll tuck it under there and go under the underlayment that's under there. And put my starter strip on. I'm gonna start to getting this underlayment on and get this shingled up real quick. All right, I want to show you how I tuck this under here. So the metal flashing is actually under this, underneath my under barrier, and the under barrier went underneath the other under barrier that I put on the other roof. It's almost where it needs to be. It might be off by an inch or two, but it'll work. Tucked it up under there as far as I could. All right, so I'm using peel and stick starters, and it's pretty easy. Just peel it, it sticks on. Leaves you with this tar on the end, so when your first shingle can stick to the end. I ran out about 5 feet here, so I took some old shingle that I had down there, and it's in okay condition. And what I'm gonna do is just glue it on. Take some adhesive. I'll just put some adhesive on it so it'll stick. Okay. And that'll be my starter strip. And if you're worried about this thing here not having enough tar, just take your stuff and just run a bead every so often, just like that. Okay. Then you take your shingle and just sit it right on there, right on that glue, and you're good to go. All right, so I'm almost done here. I gotta 2 more rows left. But it came out pretty nice. Alright, got this little shed off the garage finished up. And let's check it out. It's a lot more sturdy now. When I walk on it, I don't feel like I'm gonna fall through. And I shoved it up under the shingle, and I put some of this Sashco clear. It's called Through the Roof. Seals leaks in asphalt. I tried to put it under there so it would stick down somewhat. I didn't do it all the way, but I did it enough so it would stick to the shingle. Of course, you want to leave a little bit of some gaps for water that gets under the underlayment. You want it to roll off on top of that, so you don't want to seal it all the way. Got one nail I got exposed, but I couldn't reach in there, but I just put some sealant over it, so it'll be okay. Other than that, everything looks great. It's a little different color. This one is quarry gray, estate gray, but they didn't have any more quarry gray in my RP lumber store. But I'm just glad it's not leaking no more. I still have this old shingle roof back here that probably need to do next. That'll be another day. And this roof I did, I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it still looks good. That's it for this video. This is Jacob, the Home Fixer channel on YouTube. I'll see you on the next one.